In this video, I'm going to discuss habits that you are practicing every single day that are preventing you from achieving financial success. Hey, what's up, guys? You're watching Boss Your Money with Anthony. Don't forget to turn the like button blue and subscribe to my YouTube channel because this content is definitely going to change your life. I'm not going to take a lot of your time on this video. I just want to quickly go through 10 different habits that are really going to help you out and get you out of your situation where you feel like you're not growing financially. So stay tuned till the end because I'm sure it's going to help you out no matter what your situation is. So let's get straight into the video. The first thing that's keeping you from increasing your wealth is you not knowing what you're worth right now. It is so important to know what you're worth to be able to actually assess and find out ways to increase your worth. So if you don't know where you stand right now, how is it possible for you to assess where you can improve and actually work towards improving? So make sure you sit down and actually list out your incomes, your expenses, your debts, your credit cards, every single thing, your assets. Maybe you have a car, your house, everything. You need to list it down and actually calculate and figure out where you stand right now so that you will be able to figure out how you can better it. The second thing you need to do to increase your wealth, track your spendings. Right now, I'm confident that you're not tracking your expenditure 100%. What I mean by that is, yeah, sure, you know how much you're spending on rent, you know how much you're spending on your car loan, you probably know how much you spend on your electricity and water, but do you know how much you're spending on buying the extra candy bar? Do you know how much you're spending on fuel? Do you know how much you're spending on eating out every week? It is very important to know exactly how much you're spending on every single aspect of your day-to-day lives. If you don't do this, you're not going to be able to reduce your costs and therefore increase your saving and investment and overall grow your wealth. The third thing that you need to start doing right away is to make sure you don't spend more than you make. And all of this kind of ties together, but it is very important to keep track of your net worth, how much you're spending on every single aspect of your day-to-day life, and also to make sure that you're not spending over what you make. I'm sure 99% of you watching this video has a credit card. I have a credit card myself, and it is so easy to just spend money that you don't actually have. So make sure that you're not spending what you don't have. The fourth point kind of ties the first 3 points together, and that is for you to make a budget. You cannot increase your wealth if you don't have a budget. If you don't know how to make a budget, please be sure to check out my video on that. I will leave a link in the description below. And once you've created your budget, if you don't know how to allocate your monthly income versus your monthly spending, I will also leave a link to my 50-30-20 rule video. Please be sure to check that out as well. But as I was saying, it is so important for you to know how much you're making, which is your income part, how much you're spending, which is your expenditure, and also how much you're able to save every single month. Your expenditure should also include your payments towards your debts. Once you've created your budget and you've gone through all of these aspects of a budget, you are now able to assess how you can increase your income. You're able to assess how you can reduce your costs. You're also able to understand and figure out a way to invest and save more every single month. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that if you save $1 a day for 40 years at a 7% returns per annum, your $1 a day is now worth $71,000. It is so important to make sure you squeeze out every single dollar out of your budget and increase your investments and savings. The fifth point that is keeping you below your financial goals is that you are ignoring your debt. Never ignore your debt. It is something I see so often, and I personally find it so hard to believe that so many people ignore what they owe other people. If you have debts, it is only going to grow. The first thing you need to do is figure out a way to pay off all your debts as soon as possible. Even if it's a mortgage debt, mortgage might be sort of considered to be good debt if you're using the mortgage wisely. If you're using the mortgage as an investment property where you're getting rental income, it's absolutely fine to prolong your payment because you're using your rental income to actually pay off your mortgage. If you do all of this but you're using up your rental income on other expenditure, it is not at all a good position to be in. So be sure to keep a track of all your debts and figure out a plan and work towards that plan to pay it off as soon as possible. The sixth habit of yours that's keeping you poor is something that I just touched upon briefly in one of my previous points, and that is using the credit card. If you don't have the discipline and the focus to pay off your credit card bills every single month before the due date, do not use a credit card. If you don't have the discipline or the focus to use your credit card within the budget that you've made, do not use a credit card. Use a credit card only if you are able and capable of spending within your budget and also paying it off on time. Credit card debt is one of the biggest consumer debt out there in terms of volume. The sheer number of people that are in credit card debt is unfathomable, and I request you to please get rid of your credit cards if you're not able to pay it off on time and also spend within your budget. The seventh aspect that's keeping you poor is something I've been guilty of in the past, and that is hoarding your money and not investing. So many people are so afraid of investing, they just keep stashing away money in their bank account without realizing that the value of the money that they are saving is actually going down because of inflation. If you guys don't know what inflation is, I have made a video on that, so please be sure to check that out. I will leave the link in the description below. So yes, investments are a bit risky, but if you look at the 30 to 50 year historical charts, you'll know that over a long period of time, invested correctly, you're definitely going to have a growth in your investments. The eighth point that is holding you from growing your wealth is trading future rewards for present pleasures. And what I mean by that is, you know for a fact that if you don't spend that extra money on a brand new car today, you are able to save that money and invest it and grow it at an exponential rate. The principle of investing and compounding is very simple. The sooner you invest, the more money you're going to make. It's that simple. So let's say, as an example, you have $1 million, right? You're going to invest that today and leave it for 20 years. Let's say now that you save for the next 10 years and you're able to invest $1.5 million after 10 years. I promise you, over the next 20 years from that point, you're going to have less money than if you had invested that 1 million today. This is just an example, guys. I'm not saying you all have 1 million. I'm just giving an example. So try to understand where I'm coming from on this. All I'm saying is, invest today and spend tomorrow rather than spend today and invest tomorrow. If you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to turn the like button blue and subscribe as well if you haven't already. The ninth point is kind of an extension of the eighth point that we were just talking about, and that is, you're never too young to invest. I myself personally started saving and investing at the age of 17. If you're thinking that you're 20, you're 22, you're 25, and you have time to start investing, this is the time to spend and enjoy, you're absolutely 100% categorically wrong. The sooner you start, the more money you're going to make. It's simple. Start today. Right after you finish watching this video, go and start investing. And the last point, our 10th point that's keeping you broke, is based on the saying, don't fix it if it ain't broke. What do I mean by that? You don't need the brand new iPhone 12 if you have an iPhone 11 that is absolutely in working condition. You don't even need the iPhone 12 if you have an iPhone 8 that is in working condition. All you really need is a phone that's working, that can take pictures, that can send text messages, that can answer phone calls, and you're good to go. You do not need to upgrade your electronics every year or every single time something new comes out. And the phone is just an example. All you Apple fanboys, don't hate on me. This is purely an example. I'm not necessarily talking about a phone itself. I'm talking about your computer. I'm talking about the PlayStation. I'm talking about your TV, your car, whatever it is. Unless it is broken and it is a necessity, do not go spend your money on shiny new things. We spend so much on things that we don't really need that can totally, absolutely go towards your savings and investing. And that is definitely going to grow your wealth exponentially. So if you found any value from this video at all, please consider sharing it with your friends so they also can better their finances. Please don't forget to hit the like button as well and subscribe to my channel for more life-changing content just like this. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, take care.